Hello everyone, and welcome to the San Diego Unified School District VAPA program for online distance learning. So I am Miss Bianca, and I am going to be teaching you all about theater arts. So even though you're at home and you're learning from home and you're getting to do so many different things at home online, we are going to be learning more about theater and how to do theater in our very own homes. So I hope you enjoy this program and I hope you learn a lot. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to say, I can define theater, I can warm up my body, voice, and imagination, and I can define actor. So let's get started with our first daily lesson. So first, what is theater? Well, theater is a lot like what we see on TV, but theater is amazing because it gets to happen live, right in front of you. And if you're an actor in theater, you get to step upon a stage and share a story with lots of people in your audience. As an actor, you get to play anyone you want to play, or you can be anything you want to be on stage. Since we're all working and learning from our homes, we are going to learn how to use theater in our very own homes with all of the people who are joining us in this challenge. We get to be artists on stage in a live moment, sharing a story with an audience. An audience, of course, are a group of people who get to watch us act out our very own stories. So today, we are going to be focusing on how to get our bodies, our voices, and our imagination prepared for acting. So to begin, we are going to do what we call a warm-up. A warm-up is an exercise where we warm up our bodies or get our bodies, voices, and imagination ready for the stage. So in our first warm-up, we are going to do an imagination exercise. An imagination exercise is an exercise where we are going to use our minds to imagine we are somewhere else. So what I want you to do is to find a comfortable spot in your space. Make sure that you have lots of room to move around. Imagine you want to be able to move your body for this exercise. The very first thing that you're going to do for this exercise is sit on the floor. You can sit in a very comfortable position, but just make sure that you have lots of space to move around. Now, after we sit on the floor, I want you to close your eyes. Are your eyes closed? Excellent. I want you to imagine that you are at the beach. So this is going to take a lot of imagination because of course we're in our own homes. But first I want you to see the picture in your mind. I want you to feel the sand underneath your legs. Imagine that you can rub your fingers through the sand. Now imagine that you can hear seagulls and birds in the distance, and they're getting closer to you, and they're flying right above you. Imagine that you can see the ocean and see all of the water in front of you. And imagine that you can smell the sea. Imagine you can smell all of the ocean water and all of the people around you, because they are barbecuing and they are having picnics, and you can smell the food from their picnics and barbecues. Now, I want you to feel the sun on your skin. Imagine that the sun is warming every single part of your body, your arms, your hands, your forehead, your cheeks, and even your legs. So now I want you to move your legs and make sure that you can feel your legs on the sand. Open your eyes. Before you do anything else, I want you to imagine that you're still at the beach that you envisioned in your mind. Now, we are going to move around the beach. But remember, we're not in our homes, we're actually on the beach right now. So we're going to move slightly in the sand. Allow yourself to move around and to touch the sand with your feet. Now, I want you to reach down and take some of the sand in your hand. And now I want you to throw the sand in the air. Now, reach down and take a little bit more sand. And now I want you to pour the sand all over your body. Now I want you to smell the sea and to envision all of the water that's in front of you. I want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And open your eyes. That is the end of our imagination exercise. So what did we do in this exercise? We first closed our eyes to imagine that we were in a different place. And it's really helpful when you close your eyes and you imagine everything you can imagine in that specific place. Try to think of all of the details that you can. And try to feel what it would feel like to be in that specific place. So think about what you see. Think about what you hear. Think about what you're feeling. Think about what you might taste if you're in that place. And think about how everything feels around you. Whether it's the sun that's touching your legs or the smell of sand underneath your feet. So now, imagination exercises help us as actors to be able to imagine ourselves in another place and sometimes in another body. So we are going to be doing imagination exercises like that one each and every time we meet as a warm-up. It's just to get our imagination and our minds ready to make believe and to see ourselves in stories that are not like what we're experiencing in real life. So feel free to pause the video if you want to try any of that activity again. Now, let's focus on warming up our bodies. To warm up our bodies, we are going to start with the very tops of our heads. So we are going to move our head to the right and move our head to the left. While we're doing this, we are getting our muscles ready to move in different places and in different ways as an actor. Now, we're going to move our head back and forward. Forward and back. Now we're going to move our head all around. All around, just our head and our neck. And now we're going to stop. Now we're just going to move our shoulders. We're going to move our shoulders up and down, up and down, up and down. Now we're going to move our shoulders back and forward, back and forward. Excellent, excellent. Now we're going to move one arm. We're going to move our right arm. Now we're going to move our left arm. And now we're going to move both arms. Yes, make huge circles, and we stop. Now we are going to shake just one hand, our right hand. And now we're going to shake our left hand. And now we're going to shake both hands really fast, and we're going to slow it down, and slow it down. Excellent. Now we are going to move our legs. We're going to bend our right leg and bring our knee up. Excellent. Now we're going to switch to our left leg. Now we're going to use both legs. And stop. Excellent. Now we're going to pay close attention to our faces. I'm going to open my eyes really, really wide. And now I'm going to close my eyes really, really tight. Do it with me. I'll open my eyes and I close my eyes. And now I'm going to open my eyes and move my eyebrows. I'm going to frown my eyebrows and bring them together. And then I'll open. So I'm going to frown my eyebrows. And then I'm going to open my eyebrows. And then I put those eyebrows together, mush them close together, and then I raise my eyebrows. Excellent. Now I'm going to use my mouth. I'm going to open my mouth. Open your mouth with me. And I close my mouth. And now I want you to move your nose. Move your nose up and down and to the side. And I want you to use everything on your face. Now move everything on your face. Now your eyes, your nose, your lips, your tongue. Oh, and relax. Excellent. Now our body should feel a little bit warmer than they were before. So this is done as an actor so that you are prepared to move around on stage or move your faces or move your hands or your arms or your legs or your feet in any way that is necessary. Feel free to pause the video if you want to try any of that activity again. Let's warm up our voices. When we warm up our voices, we are going to do a couple of different exercises to get our voices prepared. So first, we are going to count to 10. Count to 10 with me. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the second time that we count to 10, we are going to use our stomachs or our diaphragm to help us. So what I want you to do is put your 2 hands on your stomach. Now I want you to push your stomach, and as you push your stomach, push air out of your mouth. So we're going to say, ha! Do it with me. Ha! Excellent. Now, the reason that we're doing this to warm up our voices is to learn how to send our voices all the way to the back of the room or the back of the audience. Because if there were an audience in our theater, we want to make sure that everyone can hear us. Now we are going to try tongue twisters. It helps us get our mouths and our tongues and our voices ready for the stage. So our first tongue twister will be Unique New York. So I want you to say it after me. Unique New York. Unique New York. Excellent. Now we're going to say that 6 times. I want you to repeat it after me. Unique New York. 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 Excellent job. Excellent job. Our next tongue twister will be knapsack straps. Knapsack straps. Knapsack straps. Knapsack straps. Knapsack straps. Feel free to pause the video if you want to try any of that activity again. So every week we will be using these warm-up exercises at the beginning of every video to get our imagination and minds ready, to get our bodies ready to act, and to get our voices ready to speak and act. I hope you enjoyed those warm-up activities as much as I did. Now for homework. You are going to start an actor's journal like this one. This journal you are going to use after every class that we have in our online theater arts program. So for this homework activity, I want you to pick your favorite warm-up exercise. Was it the warm-up that we did with our imagination? Was it the warm-up that we did with our bodies? Or was it the warm-up that we did with our voices? And I want you to draw yourself doing the warm-up activity. Feel free to share your homework activity with anyone in your home or your teacher. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me in the wonderful world of theater. I will see you next time.